This is Minors on the Mic.
Minors on the mic. Let's go.
Hey guys, welcome back to Minors on the Mic. I'm Olivia.
I'm Bentley, and since April is Autism Awareness Month, we're here with Isaiah Carter Parrish Hall and his mommy, Megan McAvoy.
Yes. Thanks for having us,
Yay.
ladies.
Yes.
It's an honor to be here.
Yeah, we are excited to be here.
Yes, Carter.
At what point did you realize that Carter might have autism? Or had autism?
I didn't think he had autism. When he was 2, he didn't talk. And when you go to the doctor for your well visit, they have you fill out a questionnaire. Can your kid do this, 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 and this? And he couldn't speak. He didn't speak. He didn't try to speak. And so they had referred him for speech therapy testing. And so then we started that, and he wasn't making any progress with that. And I was like, there's something else going on here. So then I went a little further and went to a company called, an organization called the CDSA. And they did a full evaluation when he was 2.5 and determined and diagnosed him there that he had autism. I was not expecting that when I went into that appointment. I don't know what I was expecting, but I wasn't expecting that. I hadn't researched it or anything like that. But once they told me that's what it was, I was just like, I have to learn everything there is and figure this out. And we don't have any time to waste. And so that's what I did. And we hit the ground running when he was 2.5 and started with a lot of therapies. Really early intervention, early therapies when a child is diagnosed with autism is really going to be the only thing that's going to help you see any improvement or growth there. So we've done every therapy under the sun that there is. He has done speech therapy, occupational therapy, feeding therapy, equestrian therapy, aquatic therapy. I'm sure I'm missing some more.
Carter, you rode horses?
Yes, I did ride on horses back when I was just a kid.
Yeah, when he was 3, he'd have to ride a horse.
Wait, is that equestrian?
It is equestrian
okay.
therapy.
Carter is so cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wait.
We've done surfing. Yeah, surfing therapy.
Yeah, and
gosh.
I was kind of spooked out by it.
Yeah,
You can
didn't love
surf,
it.
Carter?
I did not love it.
He did not love it.
You got to teach me how to surf.
I wish I could, Olivia. I really wish I could.
So, out of those therapies, which one, benefited him the most?
I would say the therapy that he and I both learned the most from would be behavior therapy. Learning how to be consistent with what I wanted him and holding consistent expectations for him to do what I've asked. There's a lot of things that I had to teach him how to do. He didn't know to call my name. He didn't know to cry when he was hurt. His voice was very, very, very tiny. And he would say just a few words here and there. And so I actually went to the Dollar Tree and got one of those microphones that you talk into. They're not really microphones, but they kind of echo. And anytime he wanted to talk to me, he had to talk in that. So he would learn so it would say my name a little bit louder, or he could call for me or something like that. So we just had to practice lots and lots of how to do all of those things. And there was a time when I didn't think Carter would ever speak, ever. I thought he would be nonverbal. And I think about that a lot because now, as you ladies know, he never stops talking. He talks all the time. But there was a period of time where I was like, I don't know if he's ever going to talk.
I would never imagine that. Carter's so talkative.
He is. But it was pretty quiet for a really long time. He didn't really start talking until in maybe complete sentences until he was 5 or 6.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Yes.
I probably only spoke one word.
Yeah.
What does a typical day in your house look like?
So now that Cart's older, he doesn't have to do so many therapies. When he was younger, we did a therapy every day. He had a therapy every day. But as he graduated and he's gotten older, we've cut those therapies out and we've been able to wean off of them. So he doesn't have any therapies now. So a current day in our house is very structured, very structured. He goes to bed at the same time. He wakes up at the same time. He eats the same meals every single day at the same exact time every single day. He does the same routine. We have lots of routines, and he does not really like to change those, but he's gotten better with that. As he's gotten older, a little bit of just giving him a heads up that something's going to change or that we're going to do something different has gotten better. But he is very regimented in having a very strict same routine over and over every day. He, drinks the same drinks, eats the same food, cooks them exactly the same every day. So it stays very, very consistent. We don't change much.
I'm thinking about when Miss Carter was asking Carter, she was like, Carter, breakfast for dinner? And he was like, no.
Right. I like to do breakfast for dinner, but Cart would not. He does not even like the idea of that, of switching up the order in which you would eat something or the time of day that you would eat something. He likes Oreos, but if you were to offer him an Oreo right now, he probably would say no because it's not the time of day that he would eat an Oreo typically.
Can you blame me if I like to plan ahead?
You do. He does like to plan ahead.
Pizza all day, every day, Carter.
Yeah.
Well,
That
I
is
do
his
love me a
lifestyle.
pizza slice.
Wait, do you like pepperoni?
No,
Or is it just cheese?
just cheese.
Okay.
What do you eat for breakfast then? Because we only see you eat pizza.
Well, I do eat pancakes, cheese, and bananas.
2 pancakes, 2
I did
pieces
A
of
not
block,
cheese.
not a block of cheese. Oh my gosh.
Just like 2 squares of cheese.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Just sliced cheese.
And bananas?
Yeah.
He eats a banana, 2 pancakes, and 2 slices of cheese every day.
I'm surprised he would like bananas because, I feel like it's like a squish thing. I wouldn't even eat them.
Would probably fall on one.
What?
You would
Slip
slip
and
on one of them?
Oh.
No, he does actually. He likes most fruits. He eats a lot of fruit. He has fruit with every meal. He likes a lot of fruit.
What are some of Carter's biggest strengths that get overlooked?
So I would say the biggest strength, I don't know if everybody sees it, but Carter has an amazing memory. He memorizes when he watches a show. He's the first time or a movie or something, he's kind of a little leery about what noises might happen, what jump scares or surprises there are in a movie. But the second time he watches it, he memorizes every single word that is said by every person in the movie.
Carter.
And then I know it because I know the things that he watches. I can see him have conversations with you guys or other students or teachers. And when he says something, it may seem like he's just having a organic, original conversation, but I know that he's pulling a line from a movie or a show that he's seen, and he's putting it into the conversation because that line or what was said then maybe had similar context, or they were trying to get the same message across. So I know that he's pulling that line from that movie to put into this conversation he's having with you, and he'll change the names in it to fit the conversation he's having. But everything else, even the way he says it or the accent that he says it with, all of that is pulled from a movie. I think of his brain as like a filing cabinet of all of these conversations he's stored up from all of the shows and videos that he's seen. And then anytime he's having a conversation, he's just pulling one and putting it into the conversation so that he can participate in the conversation. But he does have a hard time coming up with those things organically. A lot of times he tells me stories. I'm sure he's told y'all imaginations.
Oh, yes.
And so I can tell sometimes when he's saying those or when he's talking, like the cadence of his voice is not his normal cadence that he would have when he's talking. And I know that he's saying it in a way that's how the person who was narrating the video or the person who was speaking was talking at that time, because it won't be exactly the way that he talks. And so I can tell he's using the way that person told a story to tell his story. So sometimes I'll say, hey, is this a story that you made up, or are you just telling me a video that you've seen? And he's like, no, it's my story, but I use the way he told it in the video to tell my story, so I know what to say next. So it kind of helps him with the sequencing of the conversation if he pulls a conversation where somebody's had to talk about that before. And so it helps him. And you can't even tell he's doing it. He does it so fast.
I wish
Yeah,
I could do
sometimes
that.
he'll just insert taglines from movies, and I'm like, Carter.
Carter,
Oh,
what's
yes.
your favorite movie?
Well,
Diva.
I personally like me a good Star Wars.
I knew it. What about your favorite show?
Well, I do love me a Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yes.
Wait, that's a show?
They
Of course,
do.
it's a show.
Yeah, they've made a
Oh,
show out of it
oh,
too.
Miss McAvoy, why did you decide to write a book for Carter?
So one of the things that's really helpful with students with autism and with Carter are social stories. And social stories are just a quick narrative of what's going to happen in the scenario, what to expect, and what's going to happen at the end of it. And so these are really helpful for anybody with autism, really. I've written social stories, tons of them for Carter and for other students, like going to the dentist, taking a test, waiting patiently while other students finish a test, going to the grocery store, going to the movies, going on a field trip. It just very plainly, without any emotion, lays out what to expect. We're going to get on a van. You're going to sit in the seat. You're going to put your seatbelt on. The teacher's going to drive. You're going to drive to the museum. Once you guys get to the museum, you'll get out. Your lunches will be there with you. It just kind of walks him through all of these scenarios and what to expect and what's going to happen. And so I decided to write a book of all of the hidden rules and scenarios that happen in life, these little short social stories of things to expect and the hidden rules that you don't really know. For example, like when you go into a bathroom at a rest area or something, you don't look through the cracks of the stall to see if somebody's in the bathroom. You need to bend down and look and see if there's feet under the door. Nobody really told you that. You just know it. But he needs to be told these explicit things. So I've broken it down, little social stories about what to expect, all these hidden rules of society that you pick up on organically that he doesn't pick up on, so that he would have them to refer to if I'm not around or if he's going somewhere and he needs to reference it, or things that I've thought of that haven't happened yet, but he will need it, like romantic relationships and things like that, how to navigate those rules there. So I just wanted him to have a resource for when I'm not around, so that he can figure out what to do in those situations and kind of have my voice all the time.
I actually did not know that about your book at all.
And
I
I
thought
think
you just wrote it to sell. I don't know.
I think you showed
No.
us the dentist one before, like the rules of going to the dentist.
Yeah. So like
And the one about the rest stop. I remember the cracks thing.
Yeah. He's the dentist is very scary for him. He doesn't know, what's going to happen there. And the problem is you only go to the dentist twice a year. So it's not something you practice. You go to the grocery store every week, but the dentist is only twice a year. So it's not something that we practice. So the social story really helps him to know this is what the office looks like. You're going to lay in the chair. They're going to count your teeth. They're going to brush them, just going through all of the steps so that he knows. And then at the end, if he does a good job, then he gets a reward, like he gets to pick where he wants to have dinner or something like that. So it just lets him know from start to finish what to expect, so that there's no surprises. And it really just brings a level of calm, I think, for him.
Her books are really helpful to me.
Yeah, I'm glad you like it.
Carter, how often do you feel like you reference like her book? Like you feel like it's really helpful for you?
Well, sometimes when I really need to, like when I have to go to the dentist.
Yeah. Yeah. We have another book, too, of all the other social stories I've written prior to this. I didn't put any of those in here. He just has like a notebook of all the ones I've written.
Do you bring it everywhere with you?
No.
No, not really.
Well, you also...
Carter's an independent queen.
He is. He's getting so independent. When he was younger, though, we had that book in his classroom so that he could reference all the different things, like going to recess, that, it's just different social stories come up when there's a problem. I just write a social story for it. And then usually that'll help get him through it.
Did you feel like Carter would like ever get this independent? Like
No.
when he was younger, you never thought he would get here?
No, that's one thing that's been really hard for me is I've never really been able to imagine what his future would look like because he makes so much growth. It's really hard for me to predict what direction that growth will go in, where other parents know their kids will go to school, they'll go to college, they'll get a job, they'll do these things. Our growth has been very different from that. So there was a time in my life where I never thought that we would get talking, that he would ever be able to tell me what he wants or needs, or that I thought we would never be potty trained. Like I used to think to myself, oh my gosh, if I could just get him out of diapers, then he'll be okay. He'll be okay. Well, now if that was my only goal, he would not be thriving the way he is. So it's really hard for me to say this is where my end goal is for him, because I don't know what that's going to be. But there's definitely been times where I've just thought, wow, if we could just get past this one hurdle, then he'll probably be okay. But we have surpassed that so much. He has grown so much beyond my wildest beliefs that I never thought we'd be here. Oh my gosh, had no idea he'd be so tall.
Oh my gosh.
If
Towering
no one
over me.
knows,
How
Carter's
tall is
like
he
7
now?
feet tall.
He's almost 6 foot.
Oh my... What the...
He's
Carter's
very
so tall.
He's
He
very
towers
tall.
Carter's
all,
been
like,
that
all
tall
over.
since like ever since I met him.
Yeah, he's always been a big guy.
Can you blame me if I have puberty most of the time?
Yeah.
It happens just so fast. I could barely even think about what's going on.
I know. While you're sleeping, you grow.
Do you think Carter will ever be able to drive by himself?
No. So Carter has a lot of fears too, and driving is one of them. Sitting in the front seat is one of his fears. So right now we're working on 3 days a week. He has to sit in the front seat to kind of get used to that. So I don't think that he'll ever drive. It's scary to him. Just like I said, being up front is scary. But we have come out to Milestones on weekends and driven the golf cart so that he can at least practice the skill of driving, even though he may not ever drive a car. That's probably pretty unlikely. At least he would have a little bit of that skill there, some typical skills that some kids his age are learning. But no, I don't think he'll ever drive a car. I don't think he'll live on his own. I think he'll always need to live with me and have me oversee like his money and things like that. But I do think that he'll have a job one day. Right now we have a tiny little business thing that we're doing. It's not even a business, yes, but he has a flower garden in our backyard. And so he plants all the seeds for that. He and Ellie did that this weekend.
Aww.
And then when they start growing, he will help me cut them. And then he gives arrangements away to our neighbors. And he's actually sold a few arrangements before too. So that's like a little job for him. But we'll have to find something that he can do in the future. A job that he can do that will have a little bit more supervision than, a typical teenage job.
Carter, what's like something you would want to do, like as your job?
His flower shop, duh.
No, like his future job.
That's what he's always said. He wanted to open a flower shop.
Well,
Carter, yes.
well, I don't know what I'm going to do in the future, but I guess that's up to me to decide.
It is. It
Go,
is up
Carter.
to you.
Yes.
I'll find out one day.
You will find out.
Okay. Carter, what are some of your likes and your dislikes?
Well, I do love the color blue,
Okay.
but I really don't like that broccoli.
You don't like broccoli.
No, I don't.
Me
Or
neither.
driving.
Well,
Or front seat. That's what I should say.
maybe a little bit.
Yeah.
I usually ride up in the front seat with my mom on the weekdays and the weekends
Yeah.
when I really need to.
On Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays. Yeah.
Carter, what are your 3 favorite things to do?
Well, I usually like playing video games, and jumping outside on my trampoline. And I like watching a little bit of movies.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. He loves to jump. So he jumps all the time. It doesn't matter what the weather is. He jumps on his trampoline. We just bought our 9th trampoline.
9th? Oh my
He
gosh.
bounces so much. He bounces all the time. And so, yeah, we've worn him out and we just keep having to buy
9
trampolines.
trampoline.
Yep.
Carter, do you like to swim in your pool?
Well, most of the time during the summer. When I really need to make my mom happy.
Yeah, when I ask him to get in the pool with me, he'll get in.
Is that what the aquatic training was? Him swimming?
Yeah, he did swimming therapy. Yeah. So people with autism are naturally drawn to water. It's something inside them draws them to water. So a lot of times when typically autistic children are elopers too. They will leave a safe situation and go off into an unsafe situation. They'll just elope. They try to get away. And he did do that a lot as he's little, but autistic people in general are drawn towards water. And so a lot of times if an autistic child elopes or gets away from their family, the first place everybody should check is water, which does put them at a higher risk for drowning because they're naturally drawn to the water. And then if they're younger children that don't know how to swim, that can be very dangerous. So he is very drawn to the water. He's been in the water since he was like 6 months old. And he really taught himself how to swim, how to hold his breath for a really, really long time and how
Face
to
down.
swim. Yes. And so we did the aquatic therapy to help with that. But he does love the beach. The beach is a great sensory experience for him because the waves crash hard onto him and he likes that pressure. Plus the sand feels gritty. And then there's the salt too. He loves salt. So the salt waters.
Carter, you love salt?
Loves.
Why do you think I put it on my popcorn?
He,
I've never witnessed this.
He loves salt so much. When we would go to a restaurant, I would have to take the salt off the table because he would just get it and just pour it in his hand like it was an appetizer. He loves
It's okay, Carter. I used to do
salt.
that too.
He loves salt. So the beach is a really great sensory activity, but the aquatic therapy, anytime he can be in the water, he likes that.
Yeah.
What's the longest he's like ever held his breath?
Oh my gosh, I haven't timed him, but it's very uncomfortable. Like it's uncomfortable. I can see people at the beach like watching him like, are you going to check on your kid? But I know he's just holding his breath.
Many people thought I was dead.
Yes, they do.
Do you think like longer than 5 minutes? he's ever
No,
held-
not
Oh,
that
okay,
long.
okay,
No.
okay.
We're not about to win a world record or
I probably
anything.
do like 15 minutes.
No, that's
15.
way too long. for
Wow,
a
Carter.
Okay, maybe about 10.
I don't think so, but we can time it one time if you
Probably.
like.
That is so
So, Carter, who are some of your favorite people?
Olivia.
Oh,
Well,
I'm just kidding. You don't have
Well,
to say me.
that and my mom and Marissa and Miss Olivia.
Yeah.
Aw,
They've always
What
been there
about
for me when I
Derek?
need them.
Oh,
Oh,
what about your dad?
and my dad too. He's pretty hilarious
Yeah.
when he needs to be.
What he
Yeah.
needs to
That's
be.
why
What
they
he
call.
needs
That's
to
why we. I'm not.
That's why we
even-
call
I'm
him
not even gonna
Olivia.
say anything. Yes, thank you, thank you.
What do you call him? The comedy king?
No.
The comedy king.
Carter is a comedy.
He is. He's so funny.
Carter has
Well,
to
I
be
do
one of the
tend to make
funniest
a lot
people
of
I
jokes
know.
most of the time.
Yeah.
Carter, what does it mean to you to have autism?
I mean, it's not really different to me, but it's kind of new for me a lot of times.
What do you
Like the-
mean?
Like the first time I had it, I didn't really know that I had it. I felt like I was just an ordinary kid.
Right.
When my mom told me that I did have autism, I kind of got used to it and kind of learned to have a normal life with autism.
What does that mean? What does it mean to have autism?
It means I obviously have the power of positive thinking.
Yeah. Yeah, it makes you think differently than
Yeah.
everybody else.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. He likes to think positively though.
Yeah, I do.
I don't think I've ever seen Carter say like
Anything negative?
Well,
Well,
never mind.
when he gets upset, he does, but he does try to be very positive and look at the bright side of things.
Well, yeah, I do that.
With all of your jokes.
Yeah, I do make a lot of good jokes.
Carter, could you give us like one really good joke right now?
Well, I do know this perfect one. What's the highest rank in the popcorn army?
in the what army?
Popcorn army?
Oh, Colonel.
Yep, the
Good job.
Colonel.
Good
Yay!
job.
I'm so proud of myself for getting that.
That's
Oh,
what I
you
was
got that
gonna
one.
guess. I
But
wanted
I
him
guessed
to
it
be like
first.
the Colonel.
Well, I do have another one.
Okay.
What's blue and not heavy?
The sky.
No, light blue.
Wait, what?
Light
I don't-
blue.
You know,
Because
light
it's
It's
blue.
light.
light blue, but it's not heavy. Huh?
Yeah.
I'm
Wait.
sorry, this is the
Olivia.
blonde friend.
Yeah. What is blue but not heavy?
Oh,
Light
I guess sometimes my jokes can be a bit confusing.
Only to Olivia.
I think it was
Oh.
very smart.
Yeah.
Nice. Just call me clueless.
Okay.
Carter, to you, like, what are the superpowers of autism?
I always think positively on the brighter side of things.
Yeah.
Although sometimes when I get down, I end up being a little on the negative side of it. I think
Sometimes.
negatively on the day when I get upset.
Yeah. When you're upset, you do. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, like, your positive mindset and your memory
Yeah, that makes sense a lot.
Yeah.
and your humor.
I know you
Yeah.
have the best quality.
Well, I do have quite a good comedian joke side.
Yeah.
Yes.
Carter, do you notice anything different between you and like some of the boys at our school?
Well, I do. Well, sometimes I do, but sometimes I don't.
Okay. What do you think's different about you at school from the other kids? What
I
do you
always
do
think on the
different?
positive side of things, while some of the other kids think on the negative side of it.
They do.
Yeah,
What else
they-
is different about you at school?
Well, I always make people happy, while others tend to make people feel a little unsettled about school,
Okay. All right.
like upset and all that.
What about with Miss Marissa and Miss Olivia?
I always like making them laugh.
You do. Do you rely on them for their help throughout the day?
Well, most of the time, yeah.
Yeah. So you need to have a partner
Mm-hmm.
at school?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Carter, what are like the best things about being friends with you? If you had a friend resume, you were like, this is why you should be friends with me.
Well,
Mm.
I'm always nice. I tend to make people smile. And I always am there to help others out when they need me to. And I'm always there to protect those who are in danger.
In danger.
Yes. So a lot of his imaginations, he tells me a lot of imaginations. A lot of them revolve around him having to rescue me or save me or defend me or
Defend anybody else?
yes. Yeah, he's always to the rescue. He's always the hero defending my honor in all of these.
I always like thinking of myself as sort of like a superhero
Yeah.
because I'm
Knight
always
in
there to
shining
protect
armor.
people.
He is my knight in shining armor. Yeah.
I
Oh,
always
that's
tend to
Carter.
protect people, including my friends, like you guys.
Oh, yes.
Thank you, Carter.
Yes,
If you guys ever get in trouble, I'll always be there to help you out with it.
He is super loyal.
I'll just
Carter,
hit
what
you up
should
and
your
call
hero
you.
name be?
Ooh,
Be
Cartier?
no.
call you the speedster
The
Oh,
speedster.
Okay.
Okay.
because I'm always super fast.
All right.
Ooh, like Flash.
Yeah, like that Flash guy.
Wait, Carter, what's your like favorite? Do you watch superhero movies?
Well, yes, I do like watching superhero movies.
Who's your favorite superhero?
My personal favorite is probably Batman because he has a lot of unique gadgets and gizmos. And he does prove that you don't have to have superpowers to be a real superhero.
That's true.
Oh, okay, Carter.
He doesn't have superpowers. He just have gadgets. Yeah.
Carter is secretly Batman. I know it.
Yeah. He has that alternate identity.
Well, I mean, kind of most of the time, but sometimes I don't really feel like Batman. I feel like an alternate variation of him.
I thought you were about to say I feel like an old man.
No, I do not feel like an old guy.
Carter, you're funny.
I always am.
Carter, what are some of your like biggest challenges at school?
Well, my biggest one is definitely math because
Cool, me
honestly,
too.
I did not
Me too.
expect that there would be letters in math.
Exactly. Like what?
How is that even possible? How am I supposed to answer this?
Exactly.
It's so relatable. What else do you struggle with, Carter?
Well, I tend to struggle a lot with ELA,
Yeah.
mainly because I don't really pay attention to most things.
Okay. It's hard to keep your attention.
Yeah, I
Okay.
really got to work on that.
All right.
That's okay. Me
What's
too.
like your favorite subject?
Well, I really like PE,
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
mainly because I get a good workout.
All right. What about your academic? Which one from your academic classes is your favorite?
Science.
Me too. I love
figured.
science.
Because you get to like play with all the stuff.
Well,
Me
I
too.
also learn a lot about the Earth and what makes us us and all that.
Oh yes, Carter.
Yeah.
And
I like science.
What are we learning about right now? Oceans?
Yeah, that's the new topic, I think.
So autism affects about 1 in every 31 people. When Carter was diagnosed, it was 1 in 88 people. And so now our tool that we use to diagnose people with autism, those tools have gotten better, more specific, and it is a spectrum. When you meet one person with autism, you have met one person with autism. They're not the same. If you think about all the other children here that you know that have autism,
None of them are the same.
none of them are like Carter or like any of the other ones. They're all very uniquely different and have very different needs. So the likelihood that students, people who are going to watch this are going to come in contact with somebody who has autism are really, really high. If you're basically saying 1 in 31, that's basically 1 in every classroom of students one student would have autism. So this book could be very helpful for anybody. Everybody knows somebody with autism, I feel like, at this point.
This is Megan McAvoy's book that we talked about. It's called Hidden Pieces by Megan, our favorite.
By Megan.
And it helps Carter a lot. Right, Carter?
Yes, it really does help me out a lot.
Rate a 10 out of 10.
Yeah, I'd probably give it a 20.
20 out of 10.
Maybe like, never mind. I'm not even going to say it.
And if you know Miss McAvoy, you know she worked really hard on this. And you can purchase on Amazon. Yay.
Amazon.
Yes, because she's a baddie. And she has great grammar. Like,
If there is anyone else that has autism, don't worry, you're not alone out there.
That's right.
aw, Carter, I love that.
You'll always have me to come to you when I need help.
What'd you say?
You'll always come. You'll always be welcome to come to me when you need help.
Aw.
Thank you, Carter.
Enjoyed having you guys on the podcast.
Thank
Thank
you so
you.
much. We are happy to talk about autism, especially in April.
Yes.
Yes, and share her amazing book
On Amazon.
on Amazon.
This
Okay,
Okay, peace out.
This is Minors on the Mic.
Minors on the mic. Let's go.